auditioning for Dad's sous chef?
What's all the sudden interest in cooking? I'm lucky if I can get you to lay the table.
It's going to be on the telly.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just local news. Leatherbridge tonight are doing a special feature.
Of course they are.
Look, love, I know you're disappointed, but we agreed. If I'm going to stand any chance of winning, it's best if you don't do it.
I'm going to get dressed.
OK, 20 minutes preparation time left. And remember, I can only take one of you with me.
Today I'm making mini blueberry muffins with a mango frozen yoghurt compote, topped with cinnamon crunch and banana crisps.
Is that with a hint of lime?
Yeah,
I like it.
thanks.
And I'm making a deconstructed English breakfast of poached quail's eggs wrapped in bacon on a deep-fried crouton, toffee apple and black pudding tower with a hollandaise sauce.
Very ambitious. Can you pull it off?
Think again?
Where are you going?
Usually.
I thought you were the day off.
That was in the event that I reached the final. Anyway, short-staffed enough as it is. Told Howard that I would work until lunchtime.
You are coming?
Of course she is. Your mother wants to watch me whoop Mrs. Tembe, don't you?
I'll be there. No. If that is not good enough. Like this, huh? Huh? Now you try. Oh, that is better. You see, practice makes perfect.
Mrs. Tembe, I've got patients in 10 minutes.
Not anymore. I have asked Dr. Clay to cover for you. It gives us more time to practice for the competition. Please.
No, I won't make it in today.
Anything I should be aware of?
No, nothing serious, just a touch of DMV, you know, so I don't want to risk coming in.
You want some time off?
No, 24 hours, should be right as rain.
I meant personal leave.
Well, I'm not sure I get you.
I saw a lot of this when I was in the army.
Well, then you must have seen a lot of gastric flu. Goodbye, Howard.
Such a difficult decision. It's a shame, but I can only take one of you. And that person is going to be Jack.
Yes! Get in there! Come on!
Congratulations.
Get in there! I'm gonna be on the telly! 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 Come on! Well done.
Oh, are you waiting for me?
Oh, actually, no. I hope you don't mind. I was just looking for somewhere to hide.
Have you seen Dr. Cassidy anywhere? No, sorry. Could you tell her I am waiting for her in the staff room? That woman needs to practice her drizzling. Will do.
Thanks. I'm beginning to wish I'd never heard of this wretched competition.
Oh, I've had it up to here. If Rob wins, it's going to be unbearable. Not that I want him to lose, you understand.
Nurse Marquez is tied up with a acute angina patient. Could you cover her last 2 hours calls before lunch?
No problem.
Dr. Cassidy?
Howard, it's cutting it a bit fine, isn't it?
Well, it's an emergency. Well, it is for Manny's patient. And anyway, who's going to miss me?
This is Jed Gray. I can't take your call. Please leave a message.
Jed, hi, it's Daniel. I'm going out of my mind with worry here, so could you please give me a call, or better still, get Zara to call me? Just get in touch, please, okay?
Finally! Tea's just about to go cold.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Nurse Marquez had an emergency. I hope you don't mind me instead.
No, not at all. It's good of you to step in.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Although at my age, I think birthdays should be tactfully ignored rather than celebrated. Well, you know how children like to fuss.
No, not mine. I have to stick a note on the fridge to remind them.
Oh.
Today's judges are food writer and restaurant critic Vaughan Radcliffe and chef Alex McReynolds. His Birmingham restaurant, Hype, has just been named Regional Restaurant of the Year for the second year in a row.
Did you get it? Great. Thanks, guys. That's it for now. Monitor 3 is down. Talk to Herbie then. Someone move the cable. Fine, give me 5.
I hear business is booming. No thanks to you.
Pippa Simmons from Leatherbridge tonight. You must be Winifred and Rob.
Mrs. Winifred Tembe.
Okie dokie. I put you down as a police sergeant.
Senior receptionist. Also, health and safety infections control coordinator.
Super.
Just stand there. Aren't you going to give us an hand?
No, I'm not sous chef. So, Rob, you got anyone to support you here today?
Oh, yeah, this is my daughter, Imogen. Oh, yeah, my son, Jackie's going to be my sous chef, and my wife, Karen, she'll be here any minute. Oh, excuse me, that might be her. Oh, it is. Emergency at work. She's a healthcare professional.
Welcome to the final of Super Chef 2012. These contestants have battled it out for days, and this is their final challenge. So, come on guys, spoil us today, treat us, arouse our animal passions. And to really test the mettle of our amateur escoffiers, we have a change in format with the addition of a preliminary skills round.
In front of you is a raw ingredient which will form the basis of your recipe. Now, real food doesn't come shrink-wrapped from supermarkets, and real chefs prepare from scratch.
So today's challenge is to take a dish all the way from field to the table.
Remove your covers.
The teams have been given a skills challenge to draw and prepare a pheasant for cooking in the second round. Winifred's assistant today is Elaine. Elaine works as a GP here in Leatherbridge.
Me? It is the sous chef's job to do the preparation.
I'm a vegetarian.
I am not asking you to eat it. The thing is dead. It is not interested in your politics.
On Rob's team is his 20-year-old son, Jack. Jack recently graduated in law from Leatherbridge University.
Now what are we going to do?
We are going to get this pheasant ready for the pot. We'll need a cleaver and a small knife.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah. When money was tight near payday, your Auntie Ag used to send me and your Uncle Jeff down to the woods to poach birds. I have gutted and plucked more pheasants than you've had hot dinners.
One to watch, in my humble opinion.
For what it's worth. Since when have your opinions ever been humble?
Still bearing a grudge.
Grudges are for losers. Personally, my money's on Winifred.
He is running away with the competition. The eyes of the nation are upon me. Get on with it.
I can't. He's looking at me.
It is not a he, it is a hen.
Even worse, I'm betraying my sex.
Fine. Stand aside.
Oh, that's healing really nicely. He's still taking the antibiotics?
Faithfully. I have no intention of being housebound for any longer than is absolutely necessary.
That's a nasty scar.
Oh, my battle scar. I was attacked by a crocodile.
Get out of here.
Scout's honour. We were living in Kenya at the time.
Oh, sorry. Not important.
Well, in that case, need time for a cup of tea and a slice of cake? It seems a shame to waste it. I think you have somewhere you need to be.
I'd love to stay, on condition you tell me about the crocodile.
Oh.
Elaine was forced to sit out the first round, leaving Winifred to complete the task on her own. Unfortunately, Winifred has failed to remove the lungs from the cavity of the bird.
A triumph of gusto over gastronomy, I'm afraid.
But an easy mistake to make for an amateur cook.
Though something tells me that Rob's done this before.
Yeah, quite a few times.
Very professional job.
Thank you.
It's how you cook it that'll be the real test.
Contestants, you have 10 minutes to get your ingredients and start cooking.
Well, of course, the story got embellished over the years, mainly by Ed. His version involved him diving into the river and fighting off the crocodile with his bare hands.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Yes. The way I remember it is, he picked up a bottle of beer from the picnic basket and lobbed it at the croc's head.
Africa sounds a lot more exciting than Leatherbridge.
Ed worked for Reuters and I was a photographer. He died last year. Dozed off during the second test at Headingley and he never woke up. Well, I can think of worse ways to go.
Are your children nearby?
No. Followed in their father's footsteps. Andrew works for the World Service in the Middle East. And Mark is a diplomatic correspondent in Washington.
You must be ever so proud. Did you not get to see them much?
Oh, I'm a dab hand at Skype. And I have a lot of memories to keep me company. I can show you some of them if you've time.
Get more potatoes. Do you think I'm cooking for the people of Lilliput?
What's up?
I just don't know what to do with the pheasant.
Well, what did you do with all those ones you caught?
Gave them to Auntie Ag.
And?
Well, I suppose you just put them in a pot and with all the vegetables in the garden.
Well then.
Well, we can't do that, but... Right, OK. Get some onions, carrots, swede, potatoes and celery, and we'll need to find a fancy name to call it.
Yes, Chef.
Hi, Sally. Yes, hello, it's Daniel Granger. Yeah, good, thanks. Have you... Yeah, she's well. Yes, he's getting bigger by the minute. Oh, Sally, that's the door. I've got to go. OK, bye.
Rob has been a policeman for 30 years and is a sergeant with the Leatherbridge Constabulary.
Today I'm preparing fricassee of pheasant with pheasant liver mousseline. That is with fondant potatoes, cream of swede and carrot mash with a port and cranberry jus.
It's a big ask. My question is, has he given himself too much to do?
But if he pulls it off, it will be a triumph. My taste buds are already quivering with anticipation.
Winifred is a receptionist.
My dish is inspired by a traditional Botswanan recipe. Chicken in a hole.
My hooks are on tenters. Tell me more.
Excuse me for what's no thicker than 2 centimeters. I will be cooking a spiced pheasant breast on a bed of sweet potato fritter with curried okra, ladies' fingers, plantain game chips, and a delicate green tomato and chili yogurt.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very excited about Winifred's instinctive understanding of fusion. Her dish sounds like African skies on a plate.
Well, she shows natural ability, but I have qualms about her flavour combinations. One too many spices on the tongue.
Oh yes, this is the children's first bonfire night in England. Mark's in floods of tears because he bent his hand on a sparkler. He'd never seen one before.
Look at you there.
Oh yes, her 50th birthday. So many people, so many of them gone. Still, we had fun that night.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my daughter. 2 ticks.
I have a feeling there's somewhere you need to be.
Not really. It's... My husband is in the final of the Super Chef competition.
Oh, that's really... I saw it this morning on the news.
Well, it was me who entered it and they picked him.
Ouch. Oh.
Tell me about it. He's going to be unbearable if he wins. And do you know what's worse? I don't think I want him to win. What sort of person does that make me?
It makes you a refreshingly honest one.
Anyway, so he's loading it up at the final, and I'm
keeping an old biddy company on a birthday. Oh. Well, I think that's a no-brainer.
Well, they're not going to miss me.
What if they're hurt? They could both be lying in a hospital somewhere.
You'd know about it.
How? She could be unconscious.
Driving licence, ID, mobile. Trust me, you'd have heard.
She could have taken him abroad. Well, she's emigrated. There's nothing I could do about it.
It's not going to happen.
We see him every day, though, don't we? There's the sad dads begging for tranquilizers, sleeping tablets, anything to dull them.
That's not going to happen to you, trust me.
Time is ticking away, and now the heat is really on the contestants.
50 minutes left.
You have killed it. Throw it away. Throw it away and start again.
Yeah, I'm over the moon about my dad making the final.
And your brother?
And my brother.
50 minutes, guys.
Proud of you, son.
Oh, would you stop with the pacing?
So sorry if it's annoying you.
Right, come on, I'm taking you out to lunch.
Can we concentrate on what's important here, please?
When was the last time you had a meal properly? Look, you look awful. Just grab your stuff.
No, I'm going to Jed's house. He knows where they are.
What, you're going to beat it out of him?
No, I'm going to explain. Father to father.
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but shouldn't you wait until you calm down a bit?
Lock up on your way out.
All set?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jack has cut his finger with a chopping knife. If it's serious, he may be unable to continue.
It's quite deep. He may need stitches.
Which means he's out of the competition?
What, you're joking, aren't you?
He's right, and I'm afraid the rules don't allow for replacement at this late stage.
I'm afraid I'll also have to withdraw to take Jack to hospital.
What? For a couple of stitches?
Well, that was the best case scenario. There could be tendon injury, nerve damage, complications from blood loss, not to mention amputation.
Excuse me, really?
It's my duty as a physician to make sure it doesn't. To use treatments for the benefit of the ill in accordance to my judgment and my ability. Hippocratic oath. Fortunately, as it turned out, he only needed a couple of steri strips, although we couldn't have known that at the time.
With only 30 minutes to go, it is neck and neck between Rob and Winifred. And now the heat is really on the contestants.
Where's your brother?
Sorry, no entry, we're filming.
No, I'm the finalist's wife, and this is his mum.
5 minutes left.
I suggest you start plating up.
Finally.
How's he doing?
With only 4 minutes to go, Rob has dropped his plate.
Rob, come on, shift yourself. You've still got 4 minutes left.
3 minutes left.
It's 3 minutes. Come on, Rob. Remember the Black Forest, what's his face? Less is more.
First up, it's Winifred. In the heat, she impressed the judges with her puddings.
I love the crisp crunch of the skin. I love the spiciness of the curry. I love the tang of the lime cutting through the meaty richness of the pheasant. I love you, Winifred.
The flavour combination is exciting, but this okra is stringier than Scotsman's best.
Next up is Rob, who has improvised with a tower of pheasant wing served with a port and cranberry jus.
A work of art, a gastronomic garnica.
We need a microscope as well as a knife and fork.
The size is in inverse proportion to the depth of flavour. It's like a paradox in the mouth.
It's very accomplished cooking, but I wonder if the onion isn't a tad overpowering.
I thought you might turn up.
I'm asking nicely, Jed. Where are they?
They're safe and well.
Safe? What exactly has Zara said?
Joe's my grandson. I have to put his welfare first.
It was nothing, okay? Every parent reaches breaking point. Zara's blown it out of all proportion.
And you sleeping with your best friend's wife. Did she blow that out of all proportion?
Winifred's got skill, there's no doubting it. But Rob's more talent puts him in another level altogether.
Their cuisine sold out.
He has dragged Nouvelle cuisine and his missus kicking and screaming into the 21st century. But you already know that. This isn't about the best man winning. It's about my review.
Your review got my restaurant closed down.
Your lousy sous chef got your restaurant closed down. I did you a favour. If it wasn't for me, you would never have got shot of him and now be sitting on a raft of awards.
Your opinion? Again.
My opinion is what I'm paid for. I may be a harsh critic, but I'm honest and fair. And I never let personal prejudice get the better of my objectivity. I wonder if you can say the same. It has been a tough decision. 2 extremely talented cooks, 2 outstanding dishes. But only one of you can be crowned Super Chef 2012. And that chef is... Rob. If you unbar me, I might even give you a good review.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. I don't quite know how I've won this. And this competition has been a roller coaster ride. But I'd like to dedicate this prize to the real chef in my family. This is for my wife, Karen, who maybe will let me do a little bit more around the kitchen in future.
Yes, Sergeant Hollins was a worthy opponent. And as the judges confirmed, I lost by the teeniest, tiniest of margins. The teeniest, tiniest of margins. Excuse me.
Rob! So, is this the hardest thing you've ever done?
Oh no, I was once involved in a really tricky hostage situation.
Can we start again? No, this is the hardest thing you've ever done.
Is it? Oh, right. No? Yeah, winning this competition is by far and away the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Great. Okay. Oh, so do you think you were an influence over Rob's cooking?
No, I don't think so, darling, but thank you for a wonderful afternoon. Excuse me. One for the collection, I think.
Okay, come on.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Jed? Are you there?
For the last time, Daniel, I'm not telling you where they are.
They're here, aren't they?
See for yourself.
It's Joseph.
Well, of course they've been here, but they're not here now.
You have no right to keep them from me. Joe is my son.
And Zara's my daughter. Just the fact you're here proves how little you know about parenthood.
You don't know me.
I know you're a gambler, a thief, and a womanizer. And I hope for my daughter's sake you changed.
I have. You know, not all of this is down to me.
I spent 10 years in prison listening to men like you making excuses, bleating the same tune. It was never their fault either. I think some self-reflection's in order, Daniel. Your actions got you into this, and unless you start taking responsibility for them, you may never see Joe again. And now I'd like you to leave.
Gary's little soldiers might be Olympic swimmers.
It's Cheryl, actually.
Oh, sorry, with an S?
No, with a C.
There's me, banging on about the wedding, and he's just sat there knowing full well what he's done.
But what would you do? You're so good at this.
What?
This, at counselling.
Your mess, your responsibility.